Hey guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here, and welcome again to another video. And in today's video, I want to talk about the oversaturation in the collectibles market. You go to Facebook, you go to Instagram, you're bombarded with all the stuff that is coming out for pre-order, all the Kickstarter stuff, everything that is on sale. It's unreal. In my wildest dreams back in the day, would I ever thought that we would get to this point where there's so much stuff in the market, so much amazing stuff. You are sometimes in this crossroads where you don't know if to choose this or to choose that, and it becomes a very hard thing to do. It can be stressful, it can be tiresome. Sometimes you can get angry about it because sometimes companies, it seems that they're only considering themselves. Of course, they have to make a living, they're making money, they're businesses, but sometimes you feel like they're not considering you as a consumer because you also need a breather. You need time to breathe, to make decisions, to purchase things, and it seems that everything is FOMO nowadays, the fear of missing out. Some people also, on one end, they're saying that this is a sign that the end is near, that the collectibles market is going to crash, and some of that perhaps seems to be true, but at the same time, we've been at this place several times in the past. I've been a collector over 20 plus years. I've been collecting since I remember, since in my early 20s. And I've seen this market grow and expand in amazing ways. And the action figure market, the statue market, even books, omnibuses, die-cast models. I've seen a lot of different resurgences of things, things that they become so popular, then disappear, then they resurface again. So the market is constantly evolving. There's always product for people. And it seems now that I'm in my 40s, I see that now companies are bringing back some of those old licenses. You can find anything you want nowadays, whatever you like. In the action figures, in the statue world, you're going to find products for every license you can think of. We could talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Masters of the Universe, Transformers, Marvel, DC, Star Wars, you name it, G.I. Joe. There's so many things out there, things that I grew up, as a kid watching cartoons and the television series, anything that I used to watch, movies, the Ghostbusters, things like that. There's so many products and it's amazing. I was just watching recently, of course, we had New York Comic Con recently, and I was looking at all the stuff that has been announced, all the companies out there bringing their A game to the products. And in some way, it's cool, but at the same time, it's getting to the point where I don't feel as engaged anymore, or as like I once was, so excited about seeing products, because it's becoming the norm. Every week there's something new, whether it's McFarlane Toys with the stuff, now with the Statue of the Spawn, or anything that they produce. PCS, a company that has been doing amazing work with their statues. Of course, you talk about Marvel Legends stuff, if you're into action figures, or the Transformers stuff, Studio 86, which is my favorite line. When you look at NECA, everything they've been doing, it's just, all companies are just doing amazing work. The toys that they're selling are better than ever. There's no doubt about it. The statues, they're better than ever. I'm looking at even my statues when I've been putting stuff away now. Of course, we are in that process of moving and putting everything in storage, and I've been putting stuff away. And I'm comparing some of my older pieces with the newer pieces, and I see the quality of these pieces is amazing. All the detail that comes with it, all the little parts. Back in the day, statues were just a statue. Everything was attached to the base, or you have two pieces, which was the statue and the base. And then we start getting switch out parts, things like that. But nowadays, every statue comes with multiple switch outs. And companies now, they need to give you instruction manual so you can look at the parts and put it all together as a jigsaw. It's amazing, how far we have come. And that also makes it hard as a collector, because now you have to be careful how you spend your money. You have to pick and choose. And most of the time, you don't have enough to have everything you want. So that is a situation where you're in and you feel yourself sometimes disappointed with yourself, maybe disappointed with your choices or finances, or even with your job, because you feel like, I don't make enough money to have everything. So you have to be careful what you pick and choose, and you feel like if you don't get this, you're gonna miss out. And that's actually can add to problems where people start using credit cards and start doing all kind of things in order to get some stuff, and that is a dangerous place to be. So I don't recommend anyone to go that route. You have to be very careful how you pick stuff. And one thing that I would say that is good to see all this influx of products is that it's getting to the place where you feel like, some stuff you can skip. You don't have to jump on it, because the reality is that it's going to be reproduced, or something else is going to be better at some point. Like, yeah, you buy this toy, all of a sudden, a year down the road, another company produces, or even the same company produces a 2.0 version that is better. So what is the point of having this one? Companies do that all the time. NEC has been doing that with a lot of figures that they were selling initially. Now they're reselling them with more parts, calling them deluxe, because it comes with extra parts, and now it feels that it's more complete. So you don't really need to do it. In the statue world, yeah, you can have a statue of Captain America, looks amazing, but then the next company does something that is even better looking down the road, and there's so much competition. And yes, everything is expensive, so you have to be very careful how you choose things. Now, some people would say that this market is going to crash. Yes, I've seen moments, for example, in the diecast world, where in the early 2000s, diecasts were super popular, and then all of a sudden it seemed that they die out. But they went back into a more dormant space where it was more of a niche thing. Those who collect certain things are going to continue collecting those things. And then companies, what they do, they readjust so they can sell to those audiences. And to be honest with you, we need some of that. We need to go back to some of those beginnings where companies were a bit more small in their production, where they were not going too crazy with things, that they were just catering to not the masses, but just to a small group. And companies were thriving during that time. It would be nice, because to be honest with you, the problem with oversaturation right now is that also that decreases the value of your products, because now when you have multiple statues of the same character, of Iron Man, for example, there's so much to choose from that it's hard for you to sell your product. Now, if you want to sell it, to resell it so you can buy something else, and now it is worth nothing. There's a lot of stuff out there now. Like, for example, trying to sell nowadays, if you're a statue collector, you want to sell your Bowen stuff, it's hard to sell it, because, people already moved on. A lot of people are not interested in Bowen, although I'm telling you, Bowen still does amazing work. Some of those companies did amazing work. If you never got the opportunity, believe me, they're amazing. If you're into the classic art and the classic comic book art, Bowen is the company to go. Be careful how you spend your money. Be mindful of your expenses. Be mindful. You want to invest in something. And, I've been guilty of that, where I've invested in so many different things. I still do. But sometimes I have to focus on one thing, and I will say focus on one thing that is going to be the one that you're going to keep, and just keep growing that. Even when I go to look at comic books, you can go to in-stock trades, you can go to all those places. Books that were put out for sale, some of the things are evergreen. They constantly reproduce the same runs. They get new editions, so it's always available. Some stuff is sitting there forever, and it doesn't sell. So honestly, you don't have to buy right away. You can wait for a sale. Yes, the market is saturated, and it takes some of that joy away when there's so much product, because ultimately you're not surprised anymore. You're not surprised. Hey, it's like another Captain America statue, another Wolverine statue, another Batman statue. So there's always something, and sometimes there are better versions, but some of the old stuff still looks good, and it still is amazing to look at. So at the end of the day, you have to make that decision. What are you collecting for? Concentrate on one thing. The saturation, it's good in some way, because now there's a lot to choose from. It is bad because now, you have to be picky, because you don't want to just buy stuff that ultimately is going to sit there and you're going to lose money on it. If you're thinking as a collector, not just as a person who buys things that look cool, but you're thinking overall as a person who is in this, in this for the long haul, sometimes you're gonna have to let go of certain things. So do you have things that actually gonna hold value in some way, or are they gonna be more permanent features in your collection because they're gonna stay there? It's a character that you love a lot, and you think that figure or that statue is gonna be more permanent. It's gonna have a place where it's gonna sit there longer than any other thing that you have in your collection. You have to make those decisions in the end. But what is your opinion, my friends? What do you think about the market right now, the saturation in the collectibles market? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, my friends, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button so you're reminded of the next video. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the links are in the description. And also consider supporting the channel financially through Patreon. My friends, God bless, take care. I will talk to you again. Bye-bye. 'Cause you're what you think? What you think?